Hi, Eleanor. Yeah. Hi. I got your feet. I got your feet. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, baby. Yeah. Huh.
Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I was just editing this video and then I realized I didn't film an intro to this video at all, so you have no idea what this video is about, what to expect, and blah, blah, blah. So I figured I'd just come in and say hi real quick. Oh, my beard. So in this video, I'm going to do a little sourcing at Goodwill, and then I'm going to show you some of the things I bought, maybe why I bought them, and then I'm going to take some photographs at an interesting location, and then I'm going to actually go through the process of actually listing one of the things. I actually bought these boots. I bought them like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, but I'm actually going to go through the whole process that I go through in listing an item on eBay, because some of you have found, some of you have asked questions about how I list things. And there you go. That's what this video is about. Who knows what will happen in between all these things. You know, I always say something unexpected. I wish I knew what I was going to say next. Case in point, don't you love that painting? It's by an artist named Lee Reynolds. I've had it up on my wall for a long time. A Goodwill find. I paid $12 for it. It's enormous. And each of these little squares is, I think, a little window into some sort of little environment. It almost makes me think of airplane windows. All right, let's go to Goodwill. I'll see you in a moment. All right, so I just walked into Goodwill here on Sahara, and the first person I see in the store is a passenger from last night. And I'm like, hey, weren't you on my plane last night? And he and his wife laughed, and they were like, yeah, and they started repeating all of my better one-lines that I used. My one-liners, oh, that's nice. This is something Laura Caldwell would approve of. This is a hors d'oeuvre base or something. You'd put toothpicks with stuff on them on this, and that's $5. It's pretty awesome. Look at that. Yay, first find. Yeah, but it was like a passenger at Goodwill. I mean, it's crazy. So, oh, look at that. That is a very nice bowl, $20. I don't know. Might be a hard sell for me. It was really very, very funny, and how interesting to see him the next morning at a Goodwill. But yeah, so I'm walking around. I just got here. It's kind of quiet, which is nice. And I'm seeing something else, which I picked up, and I was like, whoop, that should have been heavier. It looks like something from California pottery back in the 60s or 70s, but I don't see a mark or anything. It's $8. I do like it a lot. I'm going to put it in the cart, and I'll research that in a moment. This section, which is all the sort of knickknacks and figurines and stuff, is always one of my favorites. I find like my best stuff in this little corner. That piece I think might be a vintage Hager piece, but I can see chips from here, so I'm just going to avoid looking at that entirely. I don't see anything else. Oh, I love these. I think these are made by Hazel Atlas back in the day. $7. No, that's probably not worth 10 on eBay, but I usually find some really awesome things over in this corner. No. Another of my favorite places to haunt are dishes and china. I find some of my most amazing things. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. It's carved out of wood. That's fantastic. Is it? It doesn't sit flat. I'm going to leave it. But I find amazing things. Some of the plates and stuff don't sell really fast, but when they do sell, it's usually worth it. That's nice. That's a false graph. I don't hate false graph. It's a false graph chip and dip for $4. Does it say made in USA? Yes, that's important. I'll look this up. And I always promise myself that I'm going to walk by and avoid mugs, because those things take forever to sell, and the profit isn't always amazing, but sometimes it's worth looking. These glasses are in every single Goodwill in Las Vegas, and I've been tempted to pick them up because they're pretty, but there must be 100 of them on the shelves here in Las Vegas right now. You know, I'm gravitating towards these, but I know they're made by Avon. Yep, Avon, Sweet Country, Harvest, and I don't know why Avon just does not sell. One day it will. One day it will. Another section I usually have success in is this sort of kitchen bibs and bobs kind of area. This is promising. That is, it says Best GG. Oh, that's great. Ray Dunn. It was a, long ago, it was a Marshall's piece or something like that. Oh, and cracked. Nope, put that back. What else? Not a lot to look at here. We'll move on. I'm in neckties, and I found this tie that I like a lot. It's definitely like a 90s style, but it's by Balmain, which is a sort of a couture line, as it says right there, couture. But it's on eBay. I can only get maybe $10 for it, and for $4, that's not worth it. This one I am gonna buy. It is by, can you tell already? Yves Saint Laurent, right there. And I think it's originally from their New York store, because that label is very old. And Lord & Taylor didn't really branch out that widely. So I think that's probably from New York. I'm just guessing. And I'm getting this one for myself because it's just for laughs. I think it's hysterical. It's watermelons, lemons, and limes. I think it's hysterical. Does anyone remember the carrot tie from Structure that I got a few months ago? I love this. Just for me. Just for kicks. I don't know if I'll ever wear it, but for $4, I think that's a laugh. I love it. Look at this. It's a red leather jacket. I think it's going to be a little small for me, but I have to try it on just in case. They have it for $30, but I don't know. We'll do a little research on that. If not for me, maybe for resale. I don't do well with clothes, though, but got to try it on. It just barely fits. Do I need a red leather jacket? It's actually more of a burgundy, isn't it? For $30, no, I don't think so. Yeah, it's more of a burgundy, and this company, Irvine Park, for a similar piece in brown or black only goes for $60 or so. So I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not sure if $30 is worth all the hassle, and there is some damage. Right, I put back that jacket and walking back towards hard goods because you got to take a couple runs through. I saw these Marlboro Texan number 45 poker cards. There's two of them wrapped. Looks like some of these are unwrapped. They look very old, like vintage. There's rules. Huh, how much are these? $3. Let's look these up. Alright, so I'm reaching for this, and I realize I don't want it, although it's cute. And I see this. And this looks Swedish to me. I can't read that, but I'm going to look that up. We'll see what that is. Alright, I'm just making one last pass through. I'm tempted by those bowls over there, but I don't think so. This looks cool. Las Vegas Aviators. I'm assuming that is a baseball team by the look of this thing. Dugout mugs. That looks promising. Let's look this up. $4.99. I didn't know who the Aviators are, but apparently they're a minor league Vegas baseball team, and any hometown advantage might be worth buying. It's $5. One from the Yankees went for like $20, $30, so we'll try it. Look, a lei. You can get a lei in Las Vegas for $2. Who knew? So this toothpick hors d'oeuvre holder is signed, and it's sculpturally gorgeous. It's a mid-century teak bird with, yeah, so I'm going to buy that. I'm going to get the minor league baseball thing just for kicks, just out of curiosity. I'm thinking about this, the Pfaltzgrath Village chip and dip. It's $4. It probably sells for $15. I don't know. I might. I'm definitely getting the cards because I can get a good return on those. And I'm actually thinking of buying this. This is a Swedish or a Scandinavian candlestick holder. There's a couple of these listed in fairly similar condition for $36. And if it's only $2, I mean, I'll run the risk for $2. Much as I love this bowl, and I think it looks very mid-century, it's super, super lightweight, and there's absolutely no chips, and there's no seeming wear at all on the piece that would show any age. So I think this is probably something made in a hobby shop somewhere, so I'm going to leave it behind. Leaving the store, I saw this big metal sculpture. It looks like welded copper, but I see scratches showing base metal underneath. And there are comps all over the place. There's something about it that I'm really drawn to, but it also looks really cheap at the same time. And for $15 here at Goodwill, I think I'm going to say no. Oh, it is, I'm in a turning lane. I don't need my blinkers on. It is already hot in the car, and I have the air conditioning on, and it's only January 29th. Crazy. It gets so hot so fast here in Las Vegas. So I left the Goodwill on Sahara with a few things. I kept the hors d'oeuvre holder, the teakwood bird-shaped hors d'oeuvre holder. I kept the Texas poker cards. Pocus. I kept the, that's how much I know about poker. I kept the Swedish candlestick holder, and I kept the wooden thing that said Las Vegas Aviators. Apparently, it's something called a dugout mug. It's a replica baseball bat mug. Mets fans really love paying a lot of money for them. I'm not sure about Aviators fans, but I'm going to give it a try. It's such a lightweight item that's not fragile or, you know, likely to break in shipping. So I figured for $5, if I can make $15, $20, I'll do that. The false graph chip and dip I put back on the shelf. I would make maybe $10 profit, and it's such a large, heavy, ungainly thing that I figured I'll just put back on the shelf. It's not worth that little bit of a profit. So yay, I'm gonna hit one more Goodwill on Flamingo out in Summerlin. It's a hit or miss shop for me in that it's a fairly wealthy neighborhood. So a lot of great things ends up at that Goodwill. But on the flip side, it's a fairly wealthy neighborhood full of people who know what expensive, nice things look like. So they usually grab them off the shelf really quickly. So you kind of have to, it's a hit or miss. But I'm going to try and make a couple heads and then grab a bite to eat and then spend the rest of the day maybe taking photographs for listings, because I have to list some things, do a couple eBay listings, and then just spend the day with the cats. I've been gone for work for a few days, and Buddy in particular missed me, so I don't want to spend the whole day thrifting. So I will see you at Goodwill in Summerlin. It's very busy in here. This is a lid, obviously, but it's very promising. If I can find the piece it belongs to, I'll be very happy. I saw this from a distance. That is, oh, it's Chip from, yeah, but Chip is chipped. I'll leave Chip. And what else did I see? I saw this. This looks like Treasure Craft, but not terribly vintage. It's very light. And it is Treasure Craft when it was made in China, so we're going to leave that behind. This is amateur potter. It's terrifying. I'm going to leave that behind right there. What else do I see? That looks old, but it's really hideous. What else? Not much. This section is one that I typically avoid, but I am actually looking for paper, craft paper, that has an interesting patterns in the background that have bananas. That was cute. That I can use as a background when I'm taking some photographs. That's Christmas. Textured cardstock. That looks cheap. No. Yes, I'd like to do some backgrounds other than just white. I don't think that's going to happen here, though. I'm tempted to get this. It's $25, though. It's a piece of furniture, like a ramp for cats with scratch pads, but cats have plenty of cat furniture. Conversely, look at this end table. Oh my goodness. And there's another one. There's two of them. There's a little wear on that one, but they're only $15. I love those. I love those. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find a maker's mark or something. Those are amazing. Well, I am buying these. They're going to be either part of my future living room or part of my future bedroom or part of my future something, but they're going to be part of my future for sure. And they are both $15 a piece. Thank you. I think they're by Thomasville. That's what I can find out so far, but those are mine. This is a huge pet carrier. It's gigantic. You can see my hand. I mean, the thought, if you didn't already imagine, is would Buddy like to be in there and sit outside just so he could enjoy the outside, or would he hate that? I think he would hate it. I think I'm gonna leave that. And I love these lamps. Look at these pottery lamps. These are hand-thrown pottery lamps. They're $15 a piece. I love those. I have no place for them, but man, I love them. If they had matching shades, I would probably buy them. And look at this. It's like a super old copper pan that has certainly seen better days, but I think my last name means pear tree, something like that. And I'm like, I like that, but it's kind of really beaten up for $8. I'm gonna leave it. Yay, they fit in my car. I'm so excited. I am losing my mind over those end tables. I don't know where they're gonna go. They're gonna have to go in the garage for now. But oh my goodness, they are fantastic, purely mid-century gorgeousness. I just need to like polish them a little bit, and maybe some mineral oil or wood oil will help. I don't know, but $15 a piece. Oh my God, can you believe it? I'm so happy. All right, I need to eat something. I'll see you soon. Do I already have a pair of 1970s end tables in my garage? Yes. Do I have a coffee table made of logs in my garage? Yes. I have a lot of... If it's furniture and it fits in my car and I love it, it goes in my garage. So I'm going to have to start figuring out how to stack stuff, because this is going to get ridiculous. But shortly, I'll be able to get rid of all of my IKEA stuff and replace it with like really nice vintage furniture, right? That's what I'm hoping. All right. Food. Are you under there, Eleanor? I can't see you. Oh, that fluff. Oh, there you are. Hi. Hello. Speaking of fluff, look at this. Look at all that fluff. Look at all that fluff. You're a good cat. Buddy's making biscuits. Oh, don't let me interrupt you. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Hey guys, good afternoon. I came out to Sunset Park here in Las Vegas, where there's actually still one of the last original sand dunes left in the Vegas Valley. I came out here to take photographs of what? Some Goodwill finds. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing. I actually came out here to take pictures that are a little bit better, I think, than the things I could take in my living room. This is like a really great candlestick holder I got. This is a giant seashell I got. These are some stackable Padilla mugs that are really super cool. And I've got some other, and some paperweights. I've got some other things in the car I'm going to bring out, but it is brisk out here. But I figured this would be a little bit more fun than taking photographs in my living room on a white piece of paper, right? And I'm wearing one of my favorite thrifting finds. Anyone recognize this kind of coat, with the leather buttons? It is a Pendleton coat I got for $35. Oh, it's so amazing. But I'm gonna go bring these things back to the car, get some other things to take more pictures, and then I'm gonna go home and start listing. Do you see that? I think those were little rabbits. The rabbits were fighting. They were having a little fisticuffs. You see all sorts of things on photo shoots for eBay. This is something else I'm taking a photo shoot of. I actually have a matching pair of these vases. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? I think I know who makes them. I have to look at my computer, but those are fantastic. I have no idea what I'm going to ask for those. And this is a pair of brand new Dam Post boots. They're ostrich and leather, and they're really beautifully stitched. Size 14D, and they are pristine. So yeah, I don't know what I can get for those, but the pictures will be fantastic. Alrighty, so hours and hours later, I'm finally home, and I've decided to do a little research into how much I could potentially list these Dan Post boots for. The thumbnail I'm going to use for that pair of boots is so good. I'm so excited to use it. But let's find out how much I should charge for these boots. So I'm popping onto eBay, and I'm going to go into the search bar here, and I'm going to type in, I'm sorry the screen is, I'm trying to capture my full laptop and my phone viewfinder. So Dan Post boots. Oh, ostrich boots. Don't ask me how I know how to spell ostrich so easily. And let's see. All right, $120 pre-owned. I want to look at that picture and see, boy, those are beat to heck. Okay, so those are pre-owned boots, but they've been worn they've been worn hard and put away wet, so to speak. Again, same thing. Those are kind of ragged. Pre-owned, these are being listed for $2.99, and they're in good shape. They're in good shape for $2.99, but they've been worn. Okay. So that is that, and I'm seeing other Dan Post ostrich wing tips for $75, $150, $2,600. Are you kidding? All right, so the price is Dan Post exotic full quill ostrich western boot, pointed toe, which is I don't think as versatile as the one I have, but blah, blah, blah. $305. So this makes me wonder, how much do they cost at Dan Post's own website? All right, just doing a Google search for Dan Post boots. There we go. And we're going to go into men and exotics. Okay. Python. Ostrich. Oh, that's the boot. That's the boot. Oh, and the price. You see that? It's a little one. $499.95. Okay, so my boots are pretty brand new. They're like literally only been worn on carpet. Those are the boots. Let's do a search for size 14D. Sold out. They're not even available on the Dan Post website. So that brings me some hope. Out of curiosity, I wonder what Worth Point says. All right, the prices on Worth Point. Worth Point is a website that I subscribe to, where you can go and do searches on sales and prices and all sorts of things that happen on eBay, but over the course of 10 years or so. So the prices for Dan Post boots are all over the place. So I'm not really getting a lot out of Worth Point, which is weird. It's usually my go-to source. So it's my go-to source for things like crystal in China and things like that. Apparently not for boots. But I'm back at eBay, and I'm going to go down. I'm going to scroll down to the left-hand side here into solds right over here. Click on sold, which will also select completed. And I can see in the last either 30 or 90 days that similar boots, pre-owned, were listed for $185. They took an offer. I don't know what the offer was. This pair sold for $191. Same thing here. This pair sold for $275. Those are pointed, so they're a little different. This is my pair of boots. This one sold for $474 to 484. I'm not quite sure why there's a range there. But that was sold on January 29th, 2023. So this tells me that I could probably list these things for, I don't know, to be safe, $250. I could probably even list it for $300. So that is, I'll think between $230. I might list it for $300 and then take offers. So that might be what I do. All right, now that I know about how much I could rationally ask for these boots, I want to find a listing that already exists on eBay. That's the easiest way to create a listing. Everybody does it. You just borrow from the other people who already did the work. But this is borrowing the fact that, if your item was completely unique to the internet and no one had ever seen it on eBay, you'd have to create your listing from scratch. But most things have been sold recently on eBay. You can find a recent sale. What I did here was in my search for Dan Post boots, ostrich boots, I went over to the left-hand side, selected shoe size 14, and then I went down and I scrolled to here where it says sold. I clicked sold. That automatically opened up or checked off completed items as well. So going back up to the top, you can see, and I'll try to get in here closer, you can see where this pair sold on January 3rd, 2023 for $197.50, and they were pre-owned. Out of curiosity, I wonder what condition they were in. Okay, yeah, they were in just as good a condition as mine. I can see by the wear here. Very similar to mine. So it looks like they've only been worn on carpet, if that. So that's good to know. That's good to know. So to create the listing from this person's listing, I'm going to go below the photograph right here. It says have one to sell. Click, and it says sell now. So click that, select that, and you'll be brought to a page where you can create your listing. Now the font here is very small, very small. Let's see. So I'm going to go up here where it says title. Right here, the original title to that listing says Dan Post DP 3875. That's the model number. Men's Ostrich Western Boots 14D. What I'm going to add to that is right inside there, the model name of the boot is Alamosa. You really can't see here, but you have 80 characters to use inside that bar. So later on, after I talk to you guys, I might add more to that. In fact, I might say, see photos, which I'll add later on. So I still have a number of characters I could use up there. Down here, item specifics. So required detail is missing, condition. Right over here. Oh, right over there. Right over on the on the right-hand side, right here, right there, follow my finger. It says change. Click on change. Let's see. All right, there we go. Condition. I'm going to say the options are new with box, new without box, new with defects, pre-owned. I'm going to say pre-owned to be safe. I don't want someone to say, oh, no, they weren't new. I'm going to write, put pre-owned, but I'm going to put in my description box, I'm going to talk a lot about how gorgeous they are and how durable they are, and whatever details I could find from the website, I'm going to tuck in there. I'll say see photographs to see the condition of the boots. So shoe size 14, Western. The color is brown, type is Western. Upper material, ostrich. Department, men. That's great. UK, this is where you can add other details. UK shoe size, for example. And the UK shoe size is usually one number up. So this would be a UK 15, for example. I'm not going to bother because I'm not shipping internationally. Thank you very much. More recommended right here. So this is like pattern, closure. It says pull on, shoe width, D, theme, cowboy, features, cushioned. The person who created this post was really pretty thorough. Vintage, I'm going to say no right here, just to be safe. Additional information, toe shape, square toe, lining material, leather. Boy, this person is really great when talking about the details. Occasion, business. I don't know if I'd say business. You'd be surprised how many airline pilots wear cowboy boots, though. Country, region of manufacture. Are they made in Mexico? I don't know. I'm going to have to find out and maybe come back and correct that. Handmade? I don't know. I'm going to say no. So there you go. You can add all the details. Now, I don't have any photographs on this listing yet, and I don't want to have to go upload them to my computer. So after I talk to you guys about this, I'm going to save this as a draft. Then I'm going to go into my phone and use my phone to add photographs, and I'll come back and show you what they look like. Oops, add from mobile device. Can I do that here? Oh, okay. Great. There you go. So description, I'm going to go in and write enough of a description to encourage people to choose them. And then for pricing, this says 7-day auction, starting bid of $114. That's, I guess, a common bid, starting point for bidding sometimes. But go over here to the word change. You can't see it. Up here, where it says change. I don't like auctions. I don't do auctions. So I'm going to see where it says auction, that little blue thing. I'm going to uncheck that. Automatically, it's going to go down to buy it now. I'm going to leave it there. Price. I'm going to go in here. I guess 193 is the AI selection for what the price could potentially be. I'm going to start it at 280. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to go nutso and write, whoops, not 30, 300, whatever. And then, can you see it says more options? Allow offers. Enter minimum price you'll consider. I'm going to put in 265. I'm going to type in 270 because eBay is going to take a little of that. So I'm going to schedule listing time. No, because they actually charge for that. Quantity. Like if I'm selling China, I might put in that I have 10 pieces, but here it's just one pair. Shipping. They're suggesting USPS. They're saying it's potentially 5 pounds. The box, 21 inches by 16 by 5 inches. Yeah, I could probably get those boots in a priority shipping box. So I'll use that for now. So I'm going to leave that. You can change it if you want to. I'm going to, now here it says I can list it. I can preview my listing. I don't have photos up yet, so I'm not going to bother previewing it. I'm going to click save for later. So that's now going to be a draft that I can come back to after I add photographs to. Ta-da! So, in fact, I apparently have 2 drafts. Who knew? I don't know which of these is most recent, but I'll click on those in a moment once I add my photographs. All right, well, I found out something I didn't know before. When you want to add photos and it says add from device, click that and it automatically a link pops up on your cell phone where you can directly list those photographs onto the listing. I mean, it's so seamless. It was fantastic. So I just completed the listing, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'll go back and edit the description in a moment, but I'm going to go over to my eBay, which is at the top of the screen. If you've been to eBay, you know what you're looking for. Scroll down to selling. And this is my selling overview. So you can see I've got 156 items listed. 44 have sold in the last 90 days. 13 have gone unsold, and that may be because I've ended some listings, because I have decided that some of the things I listed either weren't working, I couldn't find them in case someone did buy them, or I wanted to keep them. So some of those things just didn't sell. I have to relist them or whatever. Then you can see my 90-day total is just about $1,800. Something that just sold a little while ago today. I have to find it and then pack it up. It hasn't been paid for yet. Oh, they paid. It's a little brooch, just for fun. I'll show you the listing. It's for a brooch that has a little golden angel on it and little wings that make a heart, and the bottom part of the heart dangle. I think I paid $2 for it. I got 15. Bango, whatever. I don't know what that was, but and they paid $4.75 for shipping. So I'll drop that in at the post office tomorrow. But let's see. So active. Let's look at what I have listed. Oh gosh, why aren't my boots up at the top? Let's scroll through what I have for sale. All sorts of things. I must have 200 neckties. This is one of my favorite things. I don't want to sell it, but I am very eager to sell it. It's a sculpture. Can you see that? It's a metal sculpture from a very old, long time past artist, and it's really a neat sculpture. It's like a bowl. I just love it. I have it listed for $345. Some people are looking at it, but no one's bought it yet. Let's see. Why can't I find? Let me find those boots. There's some Tupperware cups, some pottery. Let me find these boots. These aren't those boots, but this is this is a fine item. This. I used to wear this hat. This was a very different life. A very, very different life. And you can see by the size here, I got a giant head. It was a lot of fun to wear this hat. I just had the best time. I had it listed before. I was getting a lot of responses. None of it was wholesome. So I took the listing down, and I'm relisting it. Let me find these boots. All right, I couldn't find them, so I just sorted them by highest price. So I have these two bronze food dogs. I have them listed for $1,000, mostly because I don't want to sell them. There's a lot of people looking at them though. Look, 12 people are watching. 212 views, so I guess they're all hoping I'll drop the price. This chair I have listed for $9.25 for local pickup only. I've got 5 people watching it, just no one's biting the bullet. I do have 2 paintings by this Russian gentleman. They're probably listed for a little high, but again, people are watching, so I don't know. There's that sculpture again, and then voila, here are the boots. And this is the listing. And isn't that a nice thumbnail? Isn't that a great picture for a pair of cowboy boots? I love it. And the pictures I chose are those. The heels. There's the toe. The boots. And here's the lacing. The embroidery. The side of the boots. Side of the toe. Full front of the boots. Now you have 12 images that you can add to your listing, and I would suggest using all 12. Show every item at every angle, any flaw, any defect, include it. and ships from United States. Seller does not accept returns unless the item does not match the description, of course. Here's all the details. And then I'm going to write here, I'm going to write a long, lengthy description about the boots and some of the information that I can get from the Dan Post website. So that is now a listing. Now, because I had it listed as a buy now, it is the duration is, it's, if you can't see it here, but it says duration good till canceled. So it's going to keep renewing until I decide to end the listing or that someone buys them. And if I want to revise the listing, say I want to write a description, for example, on the left-hand side here, I can see revise listing. I can see sell a similar item. If I've got multiples, I can use that. Change offer settings. Create shipping discounts. I've never done that before. Manage offers. So there's lots of things you can do from the listing itself, but that is how I create a listing. I'm going to go in and add to my description. But there you go. That's how I find my items, take my pictures, research the pricing, and then how I create a listing. Buddy is sulking. He wants to go to bed. Oh, right, honey. You want to go to bed? You want to say hi to your friends? You want to say hi to your friends? They're in the camera. They're on the camera. Oh, he's sulking. He wants to go to bed. But hey, guys, thanks for joining me today. It has been fun having you, my boyfriend. It's been nice to have you along with me on the ride, sourcing some things, taking some photographs. I really like the idea of going out of the house and taking pictures like on the desert landscape. That was a lot of fun. I doubt many eBayers are expecting to see like photo spreads, you know, the desert sky. But yeah, so that was fun. And then I showed you how to list something, or how I list things on eBay. If you're curious about other things I have for sale on eBay, feel free to go over to eBay and do a search for 12-Step Steven. And it's 12, the number 12, capital S for step and capital S for Steven. And you should find some of the items I have for sale. I don't have my own storefront yet because I don't think it's really worth it to spend like 10, whatever it is, dollars a month just to list the same number of things I do. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give my cat some treats, and I think we're going to go to bed. So I'll see you guys later. Fly safe. Bye.